Welcome back Pokefans to part 4 of my Pokemon Flora Sky series. Last episode we made our way to Platepics city and we have actually gone ahead and trained up our team members a bit more as well. Here is my current team. As you can see, Rolls and Magikarp are at level 19 and my Flaffy and Grottle are at level 22. Now the reason why I'm keeping Rolls and Magikarp at 19 is because they both do evolve at level 20 and I did want to show that to you guys as well. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and continue the storyline, which means we do have to enter this building right over here. Now we do have Team Magma holding up this building, so we do have to go ahead and battle all of them. We do have a commander to battle, which is I believe the first commander that we're actually battling, either if it's Team Magma or Aqua. I believe we have not seen Team Aqua till now, but we are having Team Magma over here and we do have to defeat them. Alright, I will try and use my Rolls and Magikarp as much as I can and maybe try switch training them both just to make sure that they are all at level 22 before we battle the commander. Alright, now as I mentioned before, this is actually the older version of the game and that's the reason why if you have downloaded in a newer version, which is the complimentary text version, you might not see the same level of Pokemon or might not see the same Pokemon in each and every trainer. There are a few changes, as well as you might see a difference in the encounters that we get in each of these routes. Other than that, I think we had caught a newer team member in the last episode, which you might remember was Aaron, but I haven't really gone ahead and added it into my team. I think I'll wait to, train up my Rolls and Magikarp before we go ahead and add it to my team. So let's wait for that until then. Alright, that was quite close. I almost lost my Rolls over here. That would have been quite sad considering the fact that I do want to level it up. I'm pretty sure once we level up Rolls and evolve it into a Curlia, I think it will be a bit stronger than what it is currently. Well, let's go ahead and explore this building. I'm pretty sure there are a few trainers that we can actually battle. But there are a few Magma trainers who are just going to be, standing around. They're not going to be battling us. So I don't want to actually skip out any trainers because once you actually complete this task over here, that is defeating the admin, you won't be able to find these trainers after that. So they are kind of optional and I don't want to skip them out. Alright, seems like it's fitting that these Magma trainers do have Fire-type Pokemons and you will be able to see what kind of Fire-type Pokemons you will be able to get in this game just by seeing this. Quite nice, but I think I'm still kind of leaning on Growlithe at this point. I think that is a better Pokemon. But we do need Firestone for it to evolve. So that is one of those things I need to keep in mind. Other than that, I think you can also definitely try and use the other Fire-type Pokemons. I'm pretty sure some of them are going to be quite fun. I remember trying using Toggle as well as Slugma before and they have been pretty good. Really good addition to your team. Numel is good as well as long as you keep an eye for water type moves and ground type moves. I think the one that has given me a lot of trouble would definitely be Ponyta. For some reason, no matter when I use it, it usually just goes down pretty easily or just doesn't do the amount of damage that I want it to do. So I have never liked it. But I think there are people who like Ponyta out there, so really sorry if I have said anything wrong, but I think I prefer other Fire-type Pokemon than Ponyta. Alright, they also do tend to have Patrats, which is very weird. I believe the admin might have one as well, so we might have to be a bit careful. And as you can see, the Pokemons that we are fighting are kind of around the same level as we are, so the battle is not going to be that easy. I'm pretty sure we are going to be struggling against the admin considering that these Pokemons that we are battling are near to our level. Alright, here we have another trainer and he has a Zubat. I think I'm still good with rolls up in front for the Zubat, and I'm actually hoping that rolls will learn a different move. As you can see, the only move that it is able to use currently is Confusion, which is really not helpful considering that we are leveling up and Pokemons will take less damage the more level we level up. Alright, I guess we are still able to take down the Patrat in 2 hits, but we do have to be a bit careful. And I think I won't really switch out for Numel. It doesn't really do too much damage. I'm good as long as these Pokemons don't really use a physical type move. If they do, then I will be in a bit of a trouble, considering that Rolls does not have that amount of a physical defense. One more move and we have defeated this Magma trainer as well. Alright, Rolls is finally at level 20, which is pretty good. I think it will be evolving after this battle, so that's nice. I might have to go back and train up a bit more just before we challenge the second gym, just to make sure that I'm at least able to defeat her Pokemons, considering the fact that we don't really have a fighting type Pokemon in our team. So I think that is the best way to go. I've also gone ahead and checked. The only fighting type Pokemon that you will get is by using the Headbutt tree that is actually in the Bee-Bug forest. You will be able to find a Heracross. If you are lucky to find it and if you have added it to your team, I think second gym will be a pretty easy win. I'm pretty sure of that. Heracross does learn a fighting type move in its lower levels, so it should be able to help you. But personally, I haven't really gone ahead with that, and I might actually do that just before the second gym, but I'm not really sure how of a rare Pokemon Heracross is gonna be, so we do have to check out on that. Alright, here we are at the end of this building, and we do have this person, I guess the scientist of Team Magma over here. Not bad. I think I can still use Curlia over here to take down the Coughing. That is pretty good. Let's see which Pokemon is gonna be next. I'm pretty sure they are gonna have some Pokemon that is gonna be tough for us to take down. And I think I'll go ahead and go to Grottle. It does have Bite, and I believe that Grottle won't go down for one hit from Kadabra, so that is the easy thing. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and use Bite. Thankfully, the Kadabra actually missed Telekinesis, which is a pretty bad move. It does reduce the accuracy and I really don't like it. Alright, one more hit should be able to take down the Kadabra. Of course, it does try using Confusion. Thankfully, we are not confused, which would have been a bad thing if we were. And we have got pretty good EXP from that. Alright, they're actually switching out into Magnemite, which is a unique electric type Pokemon. Now, recently I have been finding out that I really like Steel type Pokemons. I used to like Dragon type Pokemons before and I still like them, but it seems like I have started liking Steel type Pokemons as well, and considering that Magnemite is a Steel type, I really like it. It is unique and it is quite difficult to take it down unless you have a Fire type Pokemon, which I believe most of the trainers, even if they have, I am careful not to have my Magnemite out. And I really like Steel type just because it does have a lot of resistance. That is one of the main reasons why I got my Aaron as well, who is a Steel and Rock type. And I'm really excited to see a Magnemite over here. Not bad. Alright. Let's go ahead and I guess the commander is gonna be, directly just challenging us. We don't really get to heal our team members, so if you are going through this part of the game, please make sure you have a lot of healing items because you won't be able to heal your Pokemons in between. Alright, he starts with a Numel, which is at level 16. And that is pretty good because it actually is an easier target for me to take down with my Curlia. And we should be able to take it down in 3 hits. Alright, here goes down the Nimble. Let's see which Pokemon is gonna be next. And it's his Zubat. Alright, I'm still gonna be staying in. Now I know Zubat can learn Bite and it can learn Astonish and Wing Attack. But thankfully we are faster, so we are able to take it down with 1 hit. Now Warthog is one of those Pokemon that I would definitely look out for. If you do have a fighting type Pokemon, you wouldn't probably have that much of an issue. But since I don't really have one, I think the easier way for me to deal with it is just go ahead and switch into Fluffy and see how it goes. Alright, it is gonna be using Bite, but thankfully we were able to paralyze it because of our ability. One more move should be able to take down this Warthog. Alright, that was pretty easy and we have got a lot of EXP from it as well. His final Pokemon is gonna be a Houndour, which is one of my favorite fire type Pokemon. It is a fire and dark type. It is not having that much of a defense stats, but it is pretty good with its special attack and I really like its design as well. We were easily able to take it down with our Fluffy, as it was the only Pokemon that I had that could deal with it. And we have defeated Team Magma. Now that they have gone, we can finally go ahead and move on with our storyline, which means we do have to go ahead and find the second gym leader. Alright, we do receive a bike ticket over here like I mentioned before, and we can actually go ahead and receive our bike as well. This actually reminds me that you do have to get the bike because the area where our second gym leader is gonna be, she is not accessible unless you have a bike. So let me actually quickly go ahead and do that as well. Now before we go out of this building, there is one more NPC that I wanted to talk to, and it's gonna be this guy right here. He is gonna be quizzing us, so just make sure you have these answers when you're talking to him. Alright, let me quickly go ahead and select Linkada, which is the first answer. The second one is gonna be yes. And I think that's all. I think he does ask only 2 questions. And we get a EXP share as our reward. So that is actually pretty good. Now that we have this, we can actually move on and get our bike. I just went ahead and healed my team members and we are back in Route E. If you might remember, this is where we had talked to this NPC before, and finally we are able to get a Mac bike. Alright, now that we have received this bike, we can finally go ahead and enter to the right exit of the city and go to talk to the gym leader. Here we are near the Route F, and if you go down over here just right next to the entrance, you will be able to see a kind of, a mount, and I do have to use my Mac bike over here. So let me actually quickly go ahead and register it as well. Alright, now that we have it, we do have to be, a bit far from here. I think 2 steps should be enough. And alright, let's navigate through this. We do have different places. I think if I go down over here, we won't be able to go through. Yep, we can't go from here, so I do have to go back. Alright, let me climb back and go through the right. And here we are. This is actually a small side area where we do have another house. I guess we do have to come back to this house in a later stage once we get the TM for cut. But since we don't really have that TM for now, we can actually go ahead and just talk to the gym leader who was right here. Now that we have talked to the gym leader, she is actually going to be back at her gym. So all we have to do is make our way back to Platepics City and enter the gym. Alright, here we are at the second gym, and as you can see, it's quite colorful. But we do have the trainers over here using only normal type Pokemon. So if you have caught the Heracross in Bebug Forest using the headbutt move, you will be able to go to this gym, I guess, a bit easier than me, because I don't really have that move. in my iron yet, so I am still gonna try and defeat this gym by just using my current team members. Alright, I can see clearly that the gym trainers are at level 18, and if you might not know, the gym leader is gonna have a Pokemon who is at level 22 as her highest level Pokemon. So if you want to really have some kind of challenge, you can definitely go ahead and not level them up. Keep them around level 20 to 22 and it will be pretty good. But personally, I don't think my Pokemons can do any kind of damage at the level they are. So just before the gym leader, I might actually go ahead and train up my team members a bit more to have them around level 24. Alright. Here we have a Spinda, which is quite nice, but ow, okay, the Dizzy Punch did do a lot of damage. I do have to switch out. Let me actually go back to Fluffy, who should be able to help us a bit over here. Again, I feel like my team members don't really have a good moveset, especially with Fluffy and my, I guess, Curlia at this point. Both of them don't really have good moves in their moveset and it's quite difficult. Okay, at least Curlia is learning Calm Mind, which I'll go ahead and teach it. But I'm hoping for another move in its moveset. I think if I remember, it will learn Psychic at level 26, but I won't be able to level up my team member until 26, so I guess I'm stuck with what I have for now. Alright, let me actually go ahead and switch up my team member, have Fluffy up in front and see how it goes. I believe we have a double battle coming up. Alright, here we have a double battle and I think it means I do have to switch out my Curlia again. This time I'll go ahead and switch into Grottle and see how it goes. Alright, let's see which Pokemon these two trainers are going to be having. Again, it's nice to see all of these normal type Pokemons being used. In our normal Pokemon games, we don't really have a normal type gym, so it's nice to see one in this ROM hack over here. The trainers seem to have a Slackoth. That is really nice. Now, if you do want to catch a Slackoth, you will be able to find it again in the Headbutt tree back in Beebug Forest. So if you want to take some time, just go back to the Beebug Forest, try and see what encounters you'll get over there, and maybe then come and challenge the second gym. I would definitely recommend that. I don't know why I went ahead with this challenge over here. I think I could have gone back, but for some reason during the time when I was playing this, I thought it was better to just go with the current team and see how it goes. Alright, Fluffy is finally at level 23, which is pretty good. One more level and it should be ready for this gym battle as well. Alright, that was quite lucky to see that Razor Leaf did give a crit hit. And we have defeated these two trainers as well. Alright, let me quickly go ahead and train up my team members. Well, while training up my team member, my Magikarp is finally at level 20, which means we are finally gonna have a Gyarados in our team. Gyarados is actually gonna help us in this battle just because it does learn the move Dragon Rage, which is gonna do a set of 40 HP damage, which is pretty good at this level. And it does learn the move Bite as well. Let me go ahead and train up my other team members as well. Well, after training them up for quite some time, here are my final team members. For some reason, I actually added P-Dove in my team, which I am really not sure why I did that. I think I meant to switch into Aaron, but for some reason P-Dove is here, so it's gonna be in my team. But since we are ready, let's go ahead and challenge the second gym leader. Alright, I am actually very excited for this battle just because I remember it being very tough. So let's see how this goes. Now the gym leader always starts with a Lillipup at level 19. So I did decide to go ahead and go to my Grottle. Unfortunately, it actually used Attract, so I do have to switch out. I think switching out into Curlia will actually help me since it's actually a female itself. Alright, let's see which move it uses. Oof, okay. Flame attack didn't really do the amount of damage I guess it was supposed to do, so that was really good. And we have taken down the first Pokemon. Alright. Let's see which one is next. And she's actually switching out into her Delcatty. Now that is a bit nervous. Delcatty is her, I guess, her final Pokemon or her main Pokemon. And it's gonna be at level 22. Of course, it's gonna be shiny as well. Again, this is not a glitch. This Pokemon is gonna be a shiny no matter how many times you play this game. I think it's set as shiny over here. I remember it being a shiny before as well. I really like shiny Delcatty just because of how nice it looks. The color palette is amazing. But I did want to take it down before it starts using Double Team, which is really annoying. So I did decide to go ahead and use Dragon Rage over here. Alright, seems she did actually go ahead and heal it up twice, so that was pretty good. But we were easily able to take it down with a Dragon Rage. And now she's gonna be bringing out her final Pokemon. So let's quickly go ahead and check. Alright, it's a Chansey. So I think I'll quickly go ahead and go to Fluffy. The main issue with Chansey is that I actually made a mistake over here. I should have kept my Gyarados up in front and try to take it down with, I guess, Dragon Rage. But for some reason, I actually switched out into Pidove over here instead of going back to my Gyarados. So this is actually gonna cause me some issues. Now the main thing with Chansey is that it has the move Soft Boil in this game, which means it will be constantly healing itself no matter what we do. And it also has a move to increase its defense, which might cause me more issues as well. Alright, to be honest, this battle with Chansey was more tougher than the Delcatty, which I wasn't really expecting. As you can see, my Razor Leaf is doing absolutely nothing to this Chansey for some reason. At this point, I really wish that I actually had a fighting type Pokemon because this is getting so tougher. You might think I will be able to take it down over here, but as you will see, it's gonna be using Soft Boil a lot. And immediately when it uses this move, it is gonna be healing itself up, so that is pretty annoying as well. Alright, over here it seems the gym leader actually used a Super Potion. But I am just gonna be spamming the Dragon Rage at this point just to see how it goes. And of course it uses Soft Boil at this point. Now, you might not know this, but Soft Boil is actually having 10 PP, which means it can actually use it for 10 times. Which is gonna be a bit annoying considering that my Gyarados is gonna be going down over here if I don't look out for it. Sadly, the Dragon Rage PP is also done. It's complete, so I can't use that move anymore. Oof, okay. This Chansey had a Citrus Berry on top of this. So Super Potion, Soft Boil, and it has a Citrus Berry. Okay, and now it has taken down my Gyarados as well, which means I do have to make do with what I have. I think I'll just go ahead and use Fluffy. I think that is the best case scenario for this one. But let me actually speed up this battle because it's going to be taking a lot of time. Now the battle alone with Chansey took me around 5 minutes, which is very long considering the battles usually end within 30 seconds. As you can see, I'm just trying to use Tackle over here. I have no other strategy in my mind. I have tried using Confusion before, and since it does have a really good special defense, Confusion doesn't really do the damage that I want it to. So the only thing I can do is just paralyze it and just hope to take it down by Tackle and Thundershock. The only thing I have been waiting over here the whole time is to make sure that the soft boil PP is completed. I'm just making sure it can't really use that move anymore, just to make sure that once that happens, I think we are able to take it down. Alright, let's just sit down and enjoy just me try using tackle against a Chansey. I mean, I really thought Delcatty would have been bad, considering it does go for attract and double team, and once it does use those two moves, which is a really good combo by the way, we won't be able to hit that Pokemon. So that was the main, I guess, concern for me, and I never thought that Chansey would be a challenge. But I was totally wrong. I think Chansey is a bigger challenge over here. Alright, I think due to the paralysis, we were getting a bit luckier over here, considering it was getting paralyzed a few turns. But as you can see, the minute it gets to use its move, it will actually go for soft boiled, which means it is healing back itself. Alright, let me just sit back, relax, and just wait for the PP of soft boiled to just complete, so that it will definitely stop healing itself. And one good thing over here is the fact that it's not really able to do the amount of damage on my Fluffy, so that is a really good thing. I'm pretty sure if the attack stat of Chansey was better than what it is, it would have definitely taken down all of my team members. Alright, seems like we are almost there. It has stopped, healing itself, which means the PP of that move is complete, and we are one more turn far away from taking this Chansey down. Alright, finally we have defeated this Chansey after such a long battle, and after taking a lot of damage as well. We have defeated the second gym leader. Alright, so finally we are receiving the normal badge, which is quite cool. And now that we have won the second gym, we can actually finally make our way out of Platepics City. Okay, she's actually giving us a TM for attract, which is a very annoying move that you can definitely use in your strategy. Now, if you guys hear some kind of static in the background, I do have to apologize. We are having very heavy rain over here, and no matter what I'm doing, I'm not able to block that noise out. So you might hear it in the background, and I'm really sorry about that. But now that we have defeated both Team Magma members and their commander, as well as the second gym leader, we can finally go ahead and move out of Platepics City. I think this is the longest time we have been in a city, considering we had a lot of things to do around it. And now that we have got our second gym badge, I think this is actually a good place for me to end out this episode as well. In the next episode, we'll make our way from Route H, that is the south route from Platepics City, and try to find out where we are supposed to go next. I believe it's gonna be Route I, and we do have a volcanic route to go through as well. But I'm not really sure if we have the third gym anytime soon. I think it's gonna be a pretty far route. For now, I'll just go ahead and train up Aaron in the next episode, and we are gonna be catching some new team members as well. So the next episode is gonna be pretty exciting. So please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.